Imagine two people, both intelligent, driven, ambitious, both with the same level of English, both wanting the same things from their careers. 6 months later, one is leading presentations confidently, getting promoted, speaking up in meetings. The other still frozen, still holding back. What made the difference? It wasn't talent, it wasn't years of study, it was understanding one truth. Your English is not the problem, your brain is. I'm Abby, and since 2018, I've worked with over 200 professionals who felt their English wasn't good enough despite having levels B2 or C1. If that sounds familiar, then this video is definitely for you. When you're calm, at home or with friends, your English works perfectly. But the moment pressure hits, a meeting, a presentation, someone asking you a question, your brain shuts down. Your mind goes blank and the words completely disappear. Think of your brain like this. You have a library and a stage. The library stores all of your English, every word, every grammar rule, everything you've learned, and that's your library of knowledge. The stage is where you perform. That's where you actually speak under pressure. And when that stress comes, the stage locks the door to the library. You can't get to what you know. That's why you think of the perfect word 5 minutes after the meeting ends. The library had it the whole time. The stage just couldn't reach it. This problem isn't random, and it's definitely not your fault. High achieving professionals, especially women, struggle with this more than anyone else. Why? Because your brain sees danger everywhere, and you have impossibly high standards for yourself. Your brain sees speaking English as a test. Every word is being judged. Every sentence needs to be perfect. One mistake and people will think you're not smart, not capable, not good enough. So your body goes into protection mode. It tries to save you from danger, from judgment, from failure. And it keeps you safe by keeping you quiet and silent. And that silence is costing you. Mara, a civil servant in her early 40s from Brazil, hadn't practiced English for 4 years. She thought she couldn't make correct sentences, but she could read difficult legal documents. She understood everything. The library was full, but the stage was locked. Anina, an educational specialist in her 30s from Finland, had C1 level English. She'd been reading and listening for years, but every time she needed to speak at work, she got extremely anxious. She forgot every word. Library full, stage locked. Olga, a senior consultant in engineering and AI in her early 30s from Germany, avoided job interviews for 18 months. She had a solid C1 in English. She knew the words, she understood the grammar, but in successful situations, the stage shut down completely. This is what perfectionism does. It doesn't make you better, it makes you silent. Research shows that professionals who communicate confidently in English are promoted 1.5 times faster. They earn between 5 to 20% more. That could be thousands of pounds per year. Think about that promotion you wanted, the project you didn't volunteer for, the meeting where you stayed quiet while somebody else got credit for your idea. Every meeting you hold back in, that's your career moving away from you. Not because you're not capable, because your body won't let you show it. And it's not just your career, it's the daily stress, it's worry before meetings, the tiredness from hiding your ability every single day. How many more meetings will you sit quietly in while your ideas stay trapped inside? I completely understand this fear because I lived it myself. For 2 years, I held back from setting up my Instagram profile. I had students that were succeeding, getting promotions, landing jobs, speaking confidently, but I was stuck. The fear of being seen, terrifying. What if people judged me? What if I failed in front of everyone? So I stayed hidden. I watched other teachers grow their business, and every time I saw someone else succeed, I felt sick because I knew I was capable, but I just couldn't make myself visible. I was giving my students advice that I wasn't following. I told them progress, not perfection, while I waited to be perfect. And one day I realised I've lost 2 years, 2 years of people I could have helped, all because I let fear control me. So I started. It wasn't perfect, but it was done. You might be thinking, I just need to study more words, more practice at home, but you've tried that and you're still stuck. You practice at home where it's safe. You watch videos, you repeat phrases, and then you go into a real meeting with time pressure, people looking at you, and your brain stops, it freezes. Because you've never trained the stage, you've only filled the library. Or maybe you've tried other teachers who stopped you every single time you made a mistake. It just makes you more nervous. Every time they stopped you, your brain learned speaking equals being wrong. I better stay quiet. And that's why you're still stuck. Not because you haven't tried, because you were trying maybe the wrong way for you. You can't fix a body problem with more vocabulary. You can't fix a performance problem by only working on your library. You need something completely different. Everything we do is based on one simple idea. Your brain learns safety by practicing in safe situations over and over. This comes from research on how people learn to handle stress and perform under pressure. And 3 things need to happen for your stage to unlock. First, we teach your body how to stay calm. We use breathing exercises, grounding techniques, and we change how you think about mistakes while you're speaking. Your body learns speaking English isn't actually dangerous. Second, we practice under real pressure, time limits, surprise questions, thinking fast, so your stage learns to work when it matters. But we do it in a safe place where mistakes are expected and not punished. Third, we practice your actual work situations, not your general conversations, your meetings, your presentations, your job interviews. We start small and build up slowly so your body can get comfortable without shutting down. This isn't about putting more words in the library. It's about training the stage to reach what's already there. Mara went from thinking she couldn't make sentences to getting C1 on her IELTS in 6 months. And Olga went from avoiding interviews to getting 4 job offers in 1 week and a promotion in one of those jobs 2 months later. Anina's anxiety dropped dramatically in just 1 month, and now she's excited to present in front of a conference in the summer. So I'd like you to imagine this. You're in your next team meeting. Someone asks you an unexpected question, the kind that used to make your mind go blank. But this time, you pause, you breathe, and you answer clearly, calmly, without practicing every word in your head first. You watch your colleague's face as they understand you. They agree. They build on your idea. You didn't just speak, you contributed. You had influence. You showed up as the expert you actually are. And after the meeting, you realise you weren't worried. You weren't thinking about your words, wondering if you sounded stupid. You were just there, professional, confident. And that's what it feels like when the stage unlocks. Not perfect, not accent free, just working, effective, free. That's the change. Not becoming a different person, just becoming the person you already are. All of these aren't just lucky stories. They're the result of a method that fixes this problem. Olga worked with me for 5 years, going from B1 plus to a solid C1. She said I helped her become confident in speaking and doing difficult things in English. She calls me more than just a teacher, a close friend and life coach. And I know you're thinking, but what if I freeze even in the sessions? What if I can't speak even with you? That's exactly why how we work together matters. I don't stop you while you're speaking. I don't correct you in the middle. I don't make you perform. I write notes and we look at them together at the end. Your body learns speaking here is safe. Mistakes are normal. No one is judging. The fear goes down. That pressure releases and the stage unlocks. In your first session, we'll go through how you felt before, during, and after a situation you experienced and find exactly where your body gets stressed. Then we know exactly what we need to work on. No guessing, no general advice. That's how the method works. If you can see yourself in this, if you know your knowledge is there but locked away, if you're tired of staying quiet while less capable people speak up, then you already know something needs to change. The question is, what will you choose? Path 1, keep filling the library. Keep hoping the stage unlocks by itself. Keep holding back while opportunities pass by. Path 2, try a method made for high achieving people whose bodies lock them out of their own knowledge. The method that helped Mara pass her IELTS in 6 months, that dropped Anina's worry in 1 month, that got Olga 4 job offers in 1 week. Mara said, do it now, you're losing time. The people who change are not smarter than you. They're not more talented. Mara was early 40s, starting at B1, hadn't practiced in 4 years. Olga was early 30s at C1, avoiding interviews. Anina was in her 30s with C1, but just couldn't speak at work. They made just one different choice. They stopped trying to do it alone. If you're ready to unlock your stage and improve your performance, I invite you to book a strategy call with me. On this call, we'll find exactly what's locking your stage, not general advice, your specific patterns, your work situations. We'll make a clear plan forward. I'll show you exactly how this method could work for you. This call is for you if you are a professional who knows English but freezes under pressure, if you're tired of staying quiet, if you're ready to stop letting fear control your career. This call is not for you if you want grammar lessons or vocabulary lists, if you want someone to correct every single mistake you make, and if you're not willing to practice under pressure. So after you book, you'll get an email with a short self-evaluation form. I'd like you to fill that out so I can understand your situation. Then we'll meet on a call together. If we work well together, I'll explain how we can continue. If we don't, I'll help you in the right direction. I only take a small number of clients each month because this work is personal. If this feels right for you, click the link below. I'll see you soon.